Feels good, man. We're back. Hello, everybody. I'm Coulter the Barbarian, and welcome back again to the Gift of Gaben Summer, our 4-week event. We're trying to play through as many of the games that you guys have generously sent me as we can. We're continuing our playthrough, hopefully finishing it today. We're finishing 999. 9 hours, 9 persons, and 9 doors. It's been interesting. It's just getting really good. So, let's see what happens. Timer go. Alright, so we were in the middle of a puzzle. We got a little interrupted last time. Baby needed some attention, some food, and some changing, but we're back now. So let's finish this. I was in the middle of writing down what I need for this puzzle. So, does that mean, maybe do we just have to turn on all of them, I guess? Maybe we just have to, it's just a simple matter of turning them all on, I guess. Is it? I don't know, is it? It's probably not that simple. No, it's not. Wait, no. So D has to come off. Right? Okay. Well, let me finish what I was doing. I'm going to get all these numbers on. Okay. Okay, so I got 9, B, and C. Pen. Pen. Pen, pen, pen. Okay, so the last row is 9, 11, 12. So then we figure out L is 21. Yeah. So L is 21. So just to confirm that theory, so it's 1 plus 15 plus 5. That's 21. Okay. Okay, so that confirms it. So we just have to get all these. So these have to equal 21, and the top and left rows have to equal 10. Okay, so in order to do that, look what we have here. Yo, what's up, Cerberus? And Magic Spark, hello, we're back. No baby this time. We are baby free, so we are going to finish this no matter what. Okay, so then... that has to equal 10, so that means D, so D has to come off, so it means we need D has to come off, which would give us both the A's, or are we back? I don't know, this game seems to question everything, so... we need all of the middle row needs to stay lit up. So then from the bottom row, we need the B needs to be off. Right? Yeah. And then that one. Okay. So we need, so what we need to solve this is we need, don't touch the D. We need the D and the B need to be off, and we need everything else on.
Hey, Dad.
What? What? He's awake? Little shit. How are you awake? You just take the phone then.
No, I'm just gonna be real quick.
Okay.
Don't mind me. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Okay, so D and B need to be off. Alright, let's reset.
At least I had enough time to eat.
Hmm?
At least I had enough time to eat. One second.
There we go. Alright, so with that... Oh! Cross emblem. Alright, so I guess we're done with that. Oh gosh. So we gotta get 4 of these things? Upper right is the cross symbol. Bottom left is serious circle symbol. And the last little waffle pair is gray at the bottom right. Steering wheel, cross, mystery circle, waffle. Perhaps we need to insert the emblems in that order. Yeah. Okay. Part of the machine. Really dim though, we got a map of the world, but I can barely see it. So this could be like the same puzzle we had in the captain's, or in the navigation room. I'd solve my money problems, but I'd rather not. Looking at the compass, I figure this thing will work just like the other one. Profile the Naga table we just found. So it seems like at this point it's hoping that you would have. They seem to be designing these puzzles like if you were thinking of the Nonary game. They wanted everybody to experience all the other rooms so that they'd have knowledge of how to beat these puzzles, I guess. We assume a wheelhouse, but that time I think I was just going to use the wheel attached to the side here. Works the same way as the steering wheel and the wheelhouse did. If I just touch the direction I want it to turn, the compass will turn that direction. I just gotta press stop when the compass is pointing where I want it to. Gotta do it right. Okay. Alright. Well, hold on. So we need... So it's... South... West... Southeast... Northeast, East, North, East. Okay. South, west. Southeast. Northeast. East. North. East. Easy peasy. Yep, give me the crest. Helm emblem. Okay, assume we're done with that. Is this like the Morse code one? Figure out the Morse code puzzle back at the communications office. Dots are here look like the Morse code. There's 2 dots, first line, 4 on the second, 1 on the last. Maybe I'll run through the instructions. Just tap, hold for dot. Yes, it is. What? Hold on. What does it look like? Hold on. Where is the... Hold on. Steady now the table controls just... Where was it? Where's, Hold on. Back up. I just want to look at the screen again. It was... Tap the button to dip, hold the button down for a dot. Once we entered our answer, automatically determined if it was correct or not. Alright, that's... Well, where's my... Usually it gives you like a hint or something up here. I don't know what I'm supposed to be entering. We'll come back to that. Whoa. Could this be Alice? That's it, all ice. This is Alice. Plaque on the coffin. Ah, the two machines. No. Nope, he wants nothing to do with it. Sheets of stuff. File found on Alice. The pages of hieroglyphs. Yes, we got that. Morse code chart 2. Here we go. Morse code chart is found on the steel shelf colored room. It is Morse code key for letters J to R. There seems to be a pattern in terms which goes to the dots and dashes are assigned. Does that seem to be a pattern that determines which is assigned to each? Okay. Can I just... Oh, I see. Well, I'll assume we need to spell Alice is probably what we need to spell. That's my guess. So, if that's the case... Through I. The short mark is called the dit. So, assuming it's all ice is the code. So it'd be dot dash I is dot dot ice. So dot dot is dot C is dash dot dash dot. And we just needed two L's. Okay, so it's dot dash dot 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 dash dot dot. Morse code code is 3. Morse code chart is found in the steel shelf, which is Morse code from ES to Z. I don't think I need that one, but I feel like why else would they give it to me unless except just to complete the alphabet. Well, I'm guessing it's the code is out. You figured out we're supposed to go here as 3 letters. It's got 3 lines. I think it's one line each side. Okay, so then perhaps the letters you need are made up of 2 symbols, 4 symbols, and 1 symbol respectively. Is that what you just said? 2, 4, 1. One line has 2 spaces, the next has 4. Last one has a single space. So now we just gotta enter the dots or the dashes instead of 2, then 4, then 1. Okay, so it's may not be 2, 4. Ice would fit. Let's try it. Oh, here we go. I think it's ice. Would be my guess. So we go dot dot dot. Yep, that happened to fit perfectly. So the sounds the machine made. After that, it was a trial error matter, trivial matter to decode them. Okay. I heard a sound from behind the shutter. Perhaps the coffin is unlocked now. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Deep breaths, here we go. Nothing. That's a long story. Ask Junpei about it sometime. Huh, that's very strange. Oh. Plate with an emblem and a key. So keep it in my pocket. Alright, so now there's just that one machine left. Oh. What did it say? Helm first? Oh. Hey, well, Paul Tour. What is this? 6-3? Here, I'll read them to you. When you touch a numbered area, that area will be selected, and it will turn blue to indicate this. Touching a numbered ball after selecting an area will cause that ball to be moved to that area. However, you cannot move the red balls. Only move 3 to 5 balls into a single area. Which of them once you've moved all the balls except the red ones, which you cannot move. The digital root of the balls in the area must match the number of that area. Okay. Okay, so we gotta get 2 roots and we can't use the 9, so 6 and 3. And we have to do at least 3 to 5 balls in each, if I recall, or we can do. So it's basically the same rules as the doors. Okay, so we need either 12 or 6, so I can do 1, 2, 3. But that won't help me. No, so we can't do that. So I need, what, 15 and 12 total. So, so we can do 8, 3, 1 for the 12. That would give us, what, 6, 5, 4. Yeah, so... No, wait. Oh, damn it. Yeah. Okay. No, I had it. So it was 8, 3, 1, and 4, 5, 6. What? There are numbers left. Oh, I have to use all the numbers? Can't use that number. Okay. Okay, so I have to use all the numbers. Yo, what up, God's Black Arm? Okay, so I have to use all the numbers. So let's go back to what we had, so 831. Can we use all of them? So that means, so 6 we would need 24. So 12, 18, 22. Yeah, so we could just... Can you get back on a beer and hang it out? Good stream to do it to, you think. Awesome, dude. Well, welcome. steering wheel, cross, circle, waffle. So cross next. Alright, same rules, 1 and 7, so can't use the 1 or the 9. So, we need probably 10. Can't use 20, so it has to be 10. Yeah. Three numbers equal 10, so. Five, 2. Can't think of anything clever. Please don't strain yourself. You might hurt something. 7, 7. So, what would that be? 14, 16. Well, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Almost there. Last couple, I think that's probably the last one. How did everyone become safe from the door 9? Also, hi. Yo, what up, you there? Well, what happened was, we were stuck with just 7, Junpei, and Clover. But then we found a snake in the coffin, which gave us our root of 9 that we needed to get in. And then the other group was hijacked by Santa, because he had the gun, so he kind of hostaged them into the first door 9. Solve it in no time. 8 and 9, okay. Wait. So, what? So I guess the rules have changed. Now that can be 2 or... So everyone make it out. We're working our way through the 9th door. We're not out yet, but we're getting there. Was that the good ending? We're on our way to the good ending right now. Like, this is the true ending we're working our way towards, so... We've, like, passed all the points now. We're definitely in the true ending, so we just need to finish it up. And then we're good. So that'd be... yeah, so... That combination will not open the door. Nine, 8, 7. Yes, it will. What the hell? Don't get it at all. The rules are displayed on the screen. Maybe I should read it again. Balls of puzzle form. When you touch a number area, that will be selected. Touching a number at the ball center will cause the ball to move to that area. However, you cannot move the red balls. You can only move 3 to 5 balls in a single area. Press check once you have moved all of the balls except for the red ones, which you cannot move. Must match 3, 5. But, wait. But there's not enough. I've only got 5. I've only got 5. That's not enough to drove 3. Unless the 8 or 9s count. But no, because it would have worked last time. Wait. But I don't have enough now. So that I can use 3 to 5 balls in each group. Hold on. Well, what am I supposed to do? Wait. Well, this breaks the rules, though, because I'm supposed to use 3 of 5, but I can't use the red. Wait. Is it being literal? Hold on. So if you think about it, yeah, I get it. However you move red balls. You can only move 3 to 5 balls into a single area. Check the one once you've... Is it being literal about the 5? No, it doesn't, no. So maybe... That gives us 17, which is 8. Can we just... Wait, so what if I put them all into 1? What does that give us? That gives us 9, 8, 17. Huh, that worked. I don't understand why that was the answer, but it was. Wait, so... Oh. Something we already solved, huh? Maybe that was the clue we needed. So we can leave? Wait.
A picture.
In the store was a single picture. He picked it up. It was a photograph of 4 men.
What the?
Those are the guys of the company.
What the hell is this?
This man with a mustache on the right. He's the same guy we found murdered in the captain's quarters. He had the zero bracelet on his left arm. And this second man, with the glasses and a doctor's coat. He's the 9th man. The one with bracelet number 9. He died after he went into door 5. But this guy, the one in the striped suit.
Oh man, that's Ace.
Yeah, I guess it is.
No doubt about it.
But what does it mean? What is Ace doing in this picture? Not only Ace, the 9th man and Cap too. And they look happy. Like they knew each other well. Why? How? How in the world are these four men connected?
You say Ace is in that picture?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it was taken recently, though. Ace, the ninth man, and Cap all look about 10 years younger.
Ah, so the ninth man and the man you found murdered in the captain's quarters are also in the picture?
Yeah.
Is there anyone else? Or are there only 3 people in the picture? I'm afraid I can't see it.
No, there's one more guy. He's got kinda long hair, he looks smart, but a little cold. He's the only one I don't recognize.
What's the date of the photograph?
It doesn't have one.
Did you look on the back?
Back?
Yes, the reverse.
Huh.
There it was. Praying for success in the Notary Project. Minosuke Kubota and Masashido.
Praying for the success of the Nonary Project, with Nijisaki, Kubota, and Musashido. Huh.
Then the four men in this picture were the organizers of the Nonary game 9 years ago. That means Ace, the ninth man, and Cap were all responsible for making it happen. But I feel like I should be more shocked about this. It's almost as if that's just how things were always supposed to be. Why? Why am I not surprised?
Because you already knew.
Ace was the one in charge of the Nonary Project. Why? Why am I so calm? It's like I already knew.
Oh.
Ah, of course. I understand now. Ace was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. He was the one who invented the game 9 years ago. He was Gentaro Hongo.
Ace is... Hongo?
Almost as if he had whispered into his head that, yes, of course, Ace was Hongo.
I had my suspicions from the beginning. Their voices were similar. Too similar to be a coincidence. I could never forget his voice. It was the voice of the devil.
Ooh.
I couldn't be sure, though. After all, I had no way to check. Even if I had known, however, I would never have told you. Zero made it quite clear what would have happened if I did.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
Huh?
I didn't know that Ace was Hongo.
Oh, yes. I suppose you wouldn't have. 9 years ago, you were in Building Q in Nevada, but Hongo was in the Gigantic with us.
I know. That's why I didn't know what Hongo looked like. But why? Why didn't you tell me? I mean, I'm your sister, right? You could have told me.
I'm sorry. I
So
apologize
she
for keeping
she
this
didn't
from you.
know at all.
But if I'd told you, Clover, you would have told everyone else. And if you did, then I would have been forced to tell them about what happened 9 years ago. I had to prevent that.
Hey, Junpei. You think I could borrow that picture for a sec?
Sure.
Hongo Kubota. Nijisaki Musashido. Hongo Kubota.
Oh, he might be remembering
Nijisaki.
something.
Hongo Kubota Nijisaki Musashido.
Hey, Seven, do you...
Shut it! Just be quiet. I'm this close to remembering. This close. Hongo Kubota Nijisaki Musashido. Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Nonary Project.
Epiphany.
Shit.
What?
What's wrong?
Holy shit, this is nuts.
What's nuts?
I remember
Remember what?
everything.
Everything?
Yeah, I remember all of it. My memory's back. I remember what happened before I got snatched.
Oh
What?
boy. Let's see what he's about. No, huh?
Let me tell you what happened. Like Snake said, Ace is Hongo from the right. The other three are Musashido, Nijisaki, and Kubota. Musashido was the man with the cash. Nijisaki was Hongo's right-hand man, and Kubota developed the actual technical details of the experiments.
How do you know all this?
Come on, man, I told you, I finally got my memory back.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm trying to ask you why you knew all this stuff in the first place, before you forgot it.
You really want to know?
Of course.
Me too.
This is gonna take a while. Hell, it'll probably take me a good 3 days to tell you everything.
Well, we don't have 3 days.
Indeed, we don't. You know, ship still sinking. That's
Just
still
give
happening.
us the short version, all right?
Short version, huh? Alright, fine. I'll give it a shot. No promises, though.
Maybe we should all do talk and walk at the same time. That might be advised. No.
I'm a detective. It's a little awkward to say this about myself, but you could probably consider me a lone wolf type. I hold to my own code, because I think doing what's right is more important than doing what you're told. That's why I followed my gut that night. A slim lead brought me to the wharf. It was 9 years ago. The wharf had been cold as fuck, and I could barely see squat. I was investigating a mess of kidnappings, all of them children. It all had one thing in common. A history of visits to one particular hospital. A hospital under the management of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. And my investigation had turned up evidence that Cradle had been involved in the kidnappings. After a little sweet talking, I managed to finally get a real lead from someone inside Cradle. My source told me this.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
So I headed to the wharf. From the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about. There was a bunch of movement near it. Men in black suits, many of them were carrying large bags. Bags. There was something about the way they moved as they were carried. No doubt about it. There were human beings in those bags.
Damn.
I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding with my gun already in my hand.
Don't move.
I felt metal touch the back of my head.
Drop the gun. I could kill you right now. It'd be easy to get away with it, too. Just tie an anchor to your feet, and no one would find you for a week. That what you want? The fish here would love a meal.
He kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull. There was nothing I could do. I did what he said and laid my gun on the ground. Then suddenly, there was a sharp pain in my neck. A needle.
A drug?
That was my last thought. My face hit cold concrete. I was out like a light after that. I woke up on a hard floor. Damn it! I did a quick once-over of the room. Where am I? A small, shabby bed, a dirty sink, a toilet with no privacy. I'd seen it countless times as a cop. I'm in a cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door set into the wall. I was still pretty woozy, but I made my way over to it. I pushed and pulled on it, but... it won't open. Not like I expected much else. Would be dumb enough to put me in a cell and leave it unlocked. Threw myself against the door a few times, but it wouldn't budge. I knew it. I gave up and made my way back to the bed, and sat down. I sat there for a very, very long time. Then, I heard a faint voice. The voice was far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying, but I could hear one. It was pretty high, probably a little kid. Huh? No, it was several. I hear 5, or 6, maybe more. Where? Where are they coming from? I pressed my ear to the wall and tried to listen through it. No, that's not it. Left. It's coming from under the bed? I hauled on the metal frame and flipped the thing up. And there it was. The bed had hidden an air vent under it. The hole in the wall was covered by a metal grate. I dropped flat on the floor and peered through the grate. I couldn't see shit, but I knew it in my gut. This was where those voices were coming from. Hold on. Why are there kids here? And then what my inside man told me popped into my head.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I on that ship? It didn't matter. All I knew was I had to get to those kids. I checked out the metal grate. Could I fit? I stuck my fingers in and grabbed it. And then... Yeah! How do you like that, you son of a bitch? I finally got the damn thing off. Sweat was dripping down my face, so I wiped it off and crawled inside. The first bit or so was tight. I had a wriggle on my belly. It wind up eventually, and there was space for me to crawl along on my hands and knees. I went from crawling like a worm in dirt to skittering like a bug. Couldn't say it was much better, but I'd take what I could get. And when I'd been in the thing long enough to start wondering where it'd take me, a massive sound nearly scared the piss out of me. It was like a heavy metal door had just been slammed shut.
So this is the short version? I know.
Then, there was a voice.
I'm pretty sure like we're just gonna be underwater, a ship's gonna be sunk by the time everyone finishes their stories. You know, Santa might have been an asshole, but at least he kept a sense of urgency.
What? I wasn't sure what it meant, but anything with incinerator is bad news. Then, almost as if that was a cue, I heard a mess of young-sounding voices. A bunch of them were straight up screaming in terror. And all the sounds together made a howl that made the hair on my neck stand straight up. Damn it! What the hell is going on here? I scrambled through the duct as fast as I could. I made a giant racket, but I didn't care at that. I soon found a metal door on the left side of the duct. The kids were screaming on the other side. I found it. I yanked the handle and threw the door open. I almost ripped the metal off its hinges. What the hell is this place? I couldn't believe what I saw. The room had a dome up top, and there had to be about 9 walls, all the same size. Up in the ceiling was an upside-down funnel, almost like a chimney. I looked down. There they were. The kids I'd been searching for. They all gawked up at me, suddenly silent, for the moment, from surprise and fear.
That looks like Santa. That looks like Snake. Is that Lotus?
Scared of the room or
That's
me, I couldn't tell.
Kane.
Probably
Yeah,
both,
June.
actually. Not like I can blame them running into a mug like this when they're already scared shitless. I snorted at my own dig at myself and turned to the kids. Don't worry, kids, I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. All of them stood there, frozen. Well, except one. He was a boy, slightly older than the others, in a private school uniform.
Santa Claus and Solid's like, yo, up DM Gaming. How you doing? I'm doing alright. We're doing good.
Who the hell are you?
He stepped forward and glared at me suspiciously. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you. It looked like they relaxed some the second I got the words out.
How are you gonna help us?
Where's the exit?
There isn't one. The doors we came in through won't open, and the door over there...
He kind of cut himself off. I think he was considering something before he changed his mind.
Anyway, there's no point. We can't all get out of here. If we don't get out of here, we're gonna be burned to death.
Burned to death?
Can't you hear it? That voice said the incinerator's gonna start up soon.
The Corvus, that's always nice with a little one. Hope you're being a daddy is awesome. It's challenging, that's for sure, but we're adjusting and learning.
The voice spoke again.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
They only had 15 minutes. I looked back down at the kids. Looks like a good 20 or 30 feet to the floor. No way I could pull them up. Too big of a distance for any of us to reach. What the hell was I gonna do? But then I got an idea. Wait right there. I'm gonna be right back.
What? Where is he going? Are you just gonna leave us here?
They just got frightened again. I'm not the best at that kind of thing, but I tried to reassure them with a smile. Don't worry, all right? I'll be back, I promise. So just stay calm and wait right there. Got it? I didn't wait to hear them respond. There wasn't time. I had to hurry. Well, as fast as a guy could on his hands and knees.
Yours turned 2 in May already. It goes by too fast, even though some nights feel like it would never end.
Didn't take me long to get back to my cell.
Yeah.
Still no way out of there, but I had a plan.
Yeah, he'll be 3 weeks old tomorrow.
When I got it, I dove
Feels like
back
it's
into
been
the hole
3
and took
months.
off towards the incinerator. Then, sorry to keep you waiting, guys. I tipped out the doorway and dropped down the rope I brought with me. Back in the cell, I'd torn the bed sheets into strips and tied them together to make a rope. It was sloppy, but it got the job done. All right, just tie that around yourself, okay? I'll pull you up one at a time.
Right.
Huh. Wait a sec. Something was off. There were more of you before. Where'd the rest of you go? The boy in the uniform answered.
I let them go on ahead. We opened the number 9 door and they left.
What? You're telling me you opened that door?
That's what I said.
Then what the hell are you doing here?
We couldn't go with them.
Why not?
Look, the only people who can go through the numbered door.
He was in the middle of explaining.
Incineration will begin in 5.
The wall shook a bit from the voice bouncing around.
Look, that can wait, all right? Just get us out of here!
Right! I grabbed onto the rope. First one I pulled up was a girl with a ponytail. Next was a girl with a red necktie. A boy in a jacket came after. He said he'd climb up on his own. The boy in the uniform was the last up. Like the other kid, he climbed up the rope himself. He looked pretty scrawny, but I guess he was stronger than he looked. He moved fast, but when he was almost to me, we heard some knocking. Everyone looked at the door. It had a thick, square window set into it. On the other side, an angry face was staring in.
God damn it! What's going on here? Why is the room empty? Where the hell are those fucking kids?
The door opened, and a man stepped in looking half mad with fury. I recognized his face. I saw him many times in photos during my investigation. The man's name was Gintaru Hongo, the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Hongo saw the boy hanging from the rope.
Yeah!
It was like he was an animal. He lunged for the rope. Hurry!
I know!
The boy in the uniform booked it up the rope.
You son of a bitch! Get back here, you little shit!
15 feet. 10. The second I could reach the kid, I grabbed him. I hauled him up and tossed him into the duct behind me.
No! No!
Hongo had lost it. His face didn't even look human. It was like the bastard pulled off his fake face. He was really a terrifying devil or some kind of damn monster. I quickly reeled in the rope.
Again, this is still the short version of the story.
You fucking bastard! You won't get away with this! How dare you compromise this experiment!
Experiment? What experiment?
Incineration will begin in 1 minute.
Hey, old man! What the hell are you doing? Hurry up!
The boy in the uniform was trying to get my attention. I may have thrown a salute in the raging asshole's face before I closed the door behind me. No point to going back to the cell, so we went down the other direction instead. After about 30 feet, we came across another duct on the left. This one was heading down. Everybody nodded and took turns sliding down it. The duct emptied us out into a narrow hallway. There was a door on either side. The one on the left was a normal double door. But the one on the right was familiar. It had black and yellow stripes, and a device next to it on the wall. A plate on it read, Incinerator. Incinerator?
Yeah, that's where we were.
It was the girl with the red tie who answered me. We were inside an incinerator?
Yeah, Hongo might still be there. It looks like it's been shut off, though.
Wait, what? If he's still in there...
Yeah, that's not good.
That meant we'd better. We gotta get out of here. Go to the other door, hurry! The kids started running, and I was close on their heels. On the other side of the door was a large spiral staircase. Run! Didn't need to tell them twice.
You know, he didn't. You know, you could at least stop and describe the atmosphere of the room. Say the lighting of the room, though dramatic, and was very well illuminated the staircase as we swiftly climbed. Like Jesus Christ, this is not the short version of the story.
Up. Feet pounded the steps. Our arms pumping fast. We went round, round, and round. The devil was on our tail. The stairway kept going. We passed a couple of landings when the boy in the uniform suddenly spoke.
Something's up. Akane's not catching up to us.
Akane?
My kid sister. The girl with the red necktie?
His sister? Wait. Wait, though. I thought the whole point of the Notary Project was they took brother and sister and separated them, one in Nevada, one in the Gigantic. So why is their brother and sister together in this one? That doesn't make sense. That goes against their plan, right? Jeez.
Akane. That's strange.
Well, there's Snake, that's apparent. So Santa and Akane are brother and
I
sister.
didn't remember seeing that name on the list of missing kids.
Hey! Akane!
He kept his hands around his mouth and
Maybe we outran her.
the boy in the uniform skidded to a stop. I stopped too. So, when did we do that?
Well, we passed a couple big rooms on the way here. Maybe she took a rest in one of them?
No, that's impossible.
Sorry, Grandpa. You keep going. I gotta go look for her downstairs.
He turned to go.
Hey, kid, wait! God damn it, I said wait!
I don't think the kid even heard me.
Fuck!
I spun around to the boy in the jacket, the girl with the pony.
I'm going after him. You two keep going, all right? You got it?
The girl nodded and ran up the stairs.
I'm going with you.
I didn't have time to argue. I just nodded and took off down the stairs. I could hear him following me. We ran all the way to the bottom floor, calling for her. Akane was nowhere to be found.
God damn it, where the hell did she go?
I could tell the kid was frustrated, and then suddenly,
Help me! Somebody help me!
we heard a girl's voice.
Akane!
The boy in the uniform threw open the door and leapt into the hallway by the incinerator. We rushed in after him. I couldn't for the life of me believe what we were seeing. That bastard Hongo had Akane by the arm and was forcing her into the incinerator.
Come on, goddammit, move!
No, I don't want to! Let me go, please!
She planted her feet squarely on the floor and was struggling to get away. But Hongo was bigger and stronger. She wasn't gonna win.
Akane!
My brother roared with anger and charged toward Hongo.
Help me!
Ah! You're too late, idiot!
Hongo lifted Akane bodily into the air and threw her, still fighting him, into the incinerator. Before we could even blink, Hongo had leapt through the door after her. We saw him land inside. And then, the door slammed shut. We ran to the door. We did everything we could think of to get the thing open. But
Ah! Fuck! It's no use! The goddamn thing won't move an inch!
he started slamming his fists against the door. He was close to shattering his knuckles with how hard he pounded on it.
You know, it's definitely been
Akane!
just over like an hour of just discussion. There's no way there's any time left.
Her voice was muffled, but all of us could hear the sheer terror in it.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here.
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door.
What?
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat.
He reset the incinerator.
Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
Are you fucking kidding me? It's the same damn thing!
Are you there?
Yeah, we're here. Just hang on, all right?
His words would have seemed like a sick joke to her if she'd been able to see how white and bloodless his face was right then.
Incineration will begin in 17 minutes.
Please help me! I'm really scared! I don't want to die, please! I don't want to die!
It's gonna be all right. I'll figure something out. I promise. I promise, okay? You hear me? I promise!
It was torture listening to her sobbing on the other side of the door. Her brother was nearly crying himself. He could only stand there, fists clenched so tight his knuckles were white.
What happened then?
Come on, man. Put yourself in my shoes. It doesn't end good. You think I want to remember that?
Then...
Yeah. Shit. If I'd known it was gonna be like this. I almost wish I hadn't remembered.
So that explains why he's here. Assuming my theory of June being 0 is correct, that would explain why he is here, because he and Santa and Snake, they didn't rescue her. Could he go back to the vent and save her? I mean, maybe.
Hey, look, I don't want to ask this either, but there's something I don't get. So if you could just tell me, did that girl, Akane, really...
Yeah, I'm sure. There wasn't anything we could do. After a while, the countdown ended, and we heard something... burning. The fire stopped, but we still didn't move. Me and the jacket kid were frozen. The boy in the uniform collapsed as if he couldn't hold himself up anymore. A few minutes passed.
Wait, oh. Oh boy. Wow, oh my, wow, we got a ways yet, it would seem.
The door opened. The boy in the uniform tripped over his own feet running in.
Oops, damn it.
We followed. The air in the incinerator was hot. Every breath made my lungs feel like they were on fire. It was like standing on hot asphalt. And in the middle of the room, there it lay. The kid's legs were shaking so bad, I don't know how he managed to walk. I couldn't see his face, but his body somehow looked empty. Finally, he reached it. He fell to his knees as his legs gave out on him. And then...
See, the thing is, though, they're trying so hard to make Santa be 0 that he can't be 0. This game's trying too hard to paint Santa as 0. You know what, Zordon? I still say it's June.
Can I ask you one more thing?
What's that?
The girl, Akane. What was her last name?
What does it matter to you?
Just tell me, okay? Please?
Kuroshi. You were there that day, weren't you? The tall kid in the jacket. That was you, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. You are correct, Detective. Don't misunderstand me.
And that's my theory. That's my theory, that she survived, she is 0, and she's the one doing all this.
I told you before how Zero threatened me. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't say anything about what happened 9 years ago.
So you're saying you're not working for Zero, right?
Of course not.
Clover, what about you?
Hey, come on! You really think I'm working with Zero? I told you before, you idiot! I was in Nevada, in Building Q.
One scenario, it could be both of them, maybe. That could be like a little twist. It could be, you know, like Santa and Akane, June could be 0. And maybe they're just working together to get revenge.
I didn't know
that could be like a slight variation on my theory and what the game is painting it as. It could be, why does there have to be 1 0? There could be 2.
Well, I guess I believe you. Alright, let me ask you another question.
Yo, what up, Grayson?
Santa's real name is Aoi Kuroshiki. He's Akane's brother. You know that?
no! No, I didn't. Did you?
Well, yes. I know Aoi Kurashiki was her brother, but I didn't know he was Santa. At least not from the beginning. 9 years ago, he was in the middle of puberty. His voice is entirely different now.
Ow. Sorry.
I'm ashamed to say that even my exceptional hearing wasn't able to make that connection. As such, I had no reason to think Santa was Aoi.
When did you figure it out?
Clover told me that Santa might have been one of the subjects of the initial experiment. It was only a short while ago, while we were leaving the library. When she told me that, I had a feeling.
Santa is Aoi? Akane Kurashiki, June's brother?
There's still a lot we don't know. I mean, like, a lot. But there is one thing I think we can say we know.
What's that?
The body we found in the shower room. It had to be Nijisaki, dressed up to look like Snake.
What?
Come on, man, what kind of detective are you? You didn't figure that out already?
Hey, go easy on me, man. I just got my memory back, all right? Cut me some slack.
Well, if he is, the 3 murders make sense then, don't they? Yeah, that's right. Murder. Kubota blew himself up, but that was murder too. So why did these murders take place?
If Junpei is correct, and the body in the shower room was Nijisaki's, that means all of the people who were murdered were involved with the creation of the Nonori project. Kubota, the person who conducted the actual experiment. Nijisaki, Hongo's assistant. Musashido, the man who financed the project.
You mean this was all just revenge? Santa is Zero. He's getting revenge for the death of his sister.
No, June is 0. I'm calling it.
That's why he killed them.
No,
June
I
survived.
don't think Santa actually murdered anyone. If I'm right, then it's not hard to figure out who the next victim's gonna be, is it? I'm pretty sure I don't have to tell you.
Yes.
Please.
Yeah.
Right.
The next target will be Gentaro Hongo.
The person who planned the Nonori project.
In other words, Ace.
What?
Yeah, good riddance to him. Yeah, we've been just sitting around talking. Nobody's doing anything. Oh, and look, the ship's gonna sink. Shocker.
What the hell's going on here?
Dude, the ship's sinking.
It must be 6 a.m.
Oh, shit!
Come on, we need to get out of here.
How?
Should have told a shorter story.
I'm betting this sucker opens the exit. Come on, let's go.
Hey. Go, go, go. I still want to know what happened to the mummy. Where's Alice? You found it! Yeah.
Huh.
It would seem so, but we are yet to be out of danger.
You're right. Let's...
This exit needs the Uranus card, too.
Yeah.
Hey, Junpei.
Yeah, I know. All right, it's open. Let's go.
I wouldn't call this
Neptune
Wonderland.
Key, let's see if you work. Yes! I think it unlocked.
Uh-oh. It's the incinerator.
It says incinerator, so this is the incinerator.
This is the first time I've seen it from this side, but yeah.
Then there ought to be a lever near the door.
Yeah, right here.
Pull that and the door should open.
Got it.
Let's go.
We're just gonna run into the incinerator. I think from the story we would know that that's maybe a bad idea. Just, you know, a little bit of a bad idea.
What the hell is going on? What's wrong? Are you okay?
Jumpy, you came to get me.
Of course I did. I made a promise.
I'm so glad you're here. So glad.
Hey, what happened to you?
I just fainted. I wasn't feeling very good. I'm feeling a lot better now, though.
Are you sure?
Yes. I just need to rest a little longer. I'm sure I'll be fine. You shouldn't worry about me.
Santa.
Hey, where is it? Where's the gun? You hide it somewhere?
I don't have it. I got sucker punched and they took the gun.
What? Who took...
What? Isn't that obvious?
I took the gun.
Ace.
Just what the hell do you think you're doing, Ace? Or maybe I ought to say Gentaro Hongo, CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals?
You have me at a disadvantage. And I don't like that. You know me, but I don't know you.
Oh shit.
Do you have any idea
Yo,
how much I
yo,
suffer?
Rex.
Can you even begin to understand my pain?
The pain of prosopagnosia, right?
Another irritating insect. And how do you know that?
Good question.
No matter. If you don't want to answer, it makes no difference to me. This is a waste of time anyway. It's time for me to go. First is 1. Give me your hand. 8. And with this... 9.
The ninth man. Kubota's bracelet.
I believe I've won this game. I've had quite a time playing with you. I must thank Zero, I suppose.
Wait, what? Ace doesn't know who Zero is. What the hell are you planning, Santa?
At any rate, this game ends now. I will escape, and the rest of you will have a slightly less pleasant ending. I suggest you enjoy your final moments. Goodbye. Wait! What? Why isn't it opening?
Uh-oh.
One more time.
You're baited.
Now open! No! What is this? That digital route should be 9! It has to be 9! Then why? Why isn't it opening?
Because it wasn't a 9, it was a 6.
Now!
Shit.
No! Ugh.
Oh, that was close. Too close. Thank you, Seven.
Don't mention it.
Stand on their heads all the way after that. Oh boy.
Just one punch ain't enough for this piece of shit. After what he did 9 years ago, I ought to rip him to pieces. But if a suspect can't talk, they ain't much good. Once he's locked up in a cell, we're gonna have a little chat.
9 years ago? Then you must be...
Yeah, you finally figured it out, dumbass.
Oh.
Ace, you killed Kubota, Nijisaki, and Musashido, didn't you?
Wait, Nijisaki?
Oh, right. You don't know yet. All right. We'll just go through them in order then. Let's start off with Kubota. You talked to Kubota and managed to convince him to go into door 5 alone. You killed him without making it look like you killed him. The way I figure it, you had 4 motives. 1. In the nonary game, the number 9 is dangerous. Whoever had the 9 bracelet could join whatever team they wanted. Adding 9 to any number doesn't change the digital route. Which means that number 9 could do whatever they wanted. You wanted to remove that threat as soon as possible. 2. You wanted the number 9 bracelet for yourself, so that you could make use of its power. In fact, you did use it in the murder of Nijisaki. 3. Even if his number hadn't been 9, Kubota was a problem. He knew your past. He knew what had happened 9 years before. You needed to silence him before he told anyone. 4. But last, and perhaps the most disturbing, you used Kubota as a test. You wanted to know how serious this nonary game was. Was it truly life or death, or simply a harmless prank? You convinced him to break the rules so you could see what would happen. That was why you killed Kubota. But he was only the first. Next was Nijisaki. While everyone was off looking for the missing parts for the Reds, you ran into Nijisaki near the big hospital room. However, because of your prosopagnosia, you didn't realize he was Nijisaki. Chiefly because, when you met him, he was dressed like Snake. That was why you thought Nijisaki was Snake.
No, that's not... Why? How did...
I'll get to that. Anyway, you thought he was Snake. Snake was one of the kids in your experiment 9 years ago. You remembered him because he was the blind kid, but his presence made you think. Snake was one of my subjects 9 years ago. He probably hates me. But if that's true, why isn't he saying anything? Is he keeping quiet because he can't see? Or perhaps he's working with Zero to get revenge on me. Whatever the reason, anyone who knows my past is a threat. Before he tries anything, I need to get rid of him. That was when you decided you had to kill him. The murder weapon was Kubota's bracelet. You just waved it over the red. Verified your own number and then grabbed Nijisaki's arm and forced it over the scanner panel. Then, when the door opened, you kicked him in. 9 seconds later, the door closed. And then 81 seconds passed. And poor Nijisaki was dead.
And you mean to say... Snake is still alive?
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm as good as new. Thank you for killing the wrong man, but I can't say I like knowing that you wanted me dead. Although, to be honest, even if you hadn't tried to kill me, I would still hate you very much.
Well, I wouldn't blame you.
So who has the gun right now? I don't think we've addressed the issue of who has the gun.
Last but not least, let's talk about Musashido's death. When Clover and I were investigating the chart room, you came over to talk to me. Do you remember what you said?
Oh, a pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
I handed it to you, and you left the room. You had been in charge of the nonary project. Of course, you would have known the solution to every puzzle. Which would mean that you also knew
I
how
assume
to get out
7
of the
has
house.
it. But it wasn't really made explicitly clear.
All you had to do was place the watch in the indentation on the door to unlock it. With the door open, you could enter the captain's quarters. Musashido was there, Conveniently placed next to him was an axe that practically begged you to kill him with it. You picked up that axe and buried the blade deep in the other man's chest. One blow was all it took, and then you returned to the chart room as if nothing had happened.
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
I had no reason to say no, so I followed you to the wheelhouse. When we stepped inside, remember how you slipped your hand into my vest? You pulled out a piece of paper, the one I used to cheat during the vote. But that wasn't really what you were after. Your true purpose had been to slip the watch into my pocket. It wasn't a very good plan. Had way too many holes, and someone saying the wrong thing could have brought it all down around you. You must have been desperate. But what made you willing to risk it all to do it? Ace. Musashido's murder is the only one I don't understand. You obviously did it. But why?
Because of this.
What's with the paper?
Just read it.
Let's see. Number 1. There are 2 ways you might survive this ordeal. The first is to win the nonary game. The second is for you to confess your sins of 9 years past. I have prepared a camera in the captain's quarters. The images captured by that camera will be streamed through a satellite and distributed across the world. Simply look into the camera and repent. Once you have confessed everything, I will release you from this ship. To make your confession more credible, I have left you a witness in the captain's quarters. Perhaps he will confess with you. The decision is yours. Do as you please.
Damn.
0.
When I awoke in that room on D-Deck, I found that in my pocket. That was why I chose door 1 when we voted. If I went through that door, I knew I could get to the captain's quarters. As you said, I knew how to enter the wheelhouse. My plan was to find the pocket watch before anyone else. If I could, then my alibi would be set. At least, that was the plan. Unfortunately for me, you got to it first. That sleight of hand was the best I could manage on short notice.
You meant to kill him from the beginning then? Musashido, I mean.
I only knew Musashido was the witness after I reached the captain's quarters. I asked him, and he answered. He seemed groggy. Perhaps he had only just awoken from sedation. I suppose Nijisaki was in much the same state. He seemed confused and disoriented when I encountered him. But yes, you are correct. I intended to kill him from the beginning, even though I didn't know who he was. I proceeded to the captain's quarters in order to remove this so-called witness.
Ace, you figured it out, haven't you? You were being manipulated.
Yes, so it would seem. I was little more than a puppet, in many ways. Everywhere I went, everything was already prepared. The Reds in the large hospital room were dismantled. Nijisaki was dressed like Snake. There was an axe in the captain's quarters. Musashido was delirious from the anesthetic, so he couldn't fight back. Nijisaki as well. In retrospect, I can't understand how I could have fallen into such a simple trap. But yes, this was a trap. It was Zero's trap. And I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. I did everything he wanted me to do.
Yeah. By manipulating you, Zero was able to kill 3 people and keep the blood off his own hands. All of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this nonary game happened. Am I right, Santa?
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know any...
Ain't no point trying to play dumb anymore, Santa. Actually, I guess I should call you Aoi Kurashiki, huh? My memory came back to me, kid. You're Aoi Kurashiki. No doubt about it. Never thought I'd be back in this room talking to you.
How long have I been live? An hour and a half.
But hey, I guess this was all part of your plan, right? After all, the person who planned the nonary game this time around was Zero. And Zero's you.
Looks like you really do have your memories back, huh? Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it then. Yeah, you got me. I'm Aoi Kurishiki. I was one of the kids in the nonary game 9 years ago. I made it out. So did Snake over there. But there's one thing... No, I guess there's two things you got wrong. Number one, I ain't Zero.
Nah, he ain't Zero.
Wait, what?
Sure, I was helping Zero out, but I'm really more of an assistant, like a secretary. But an assistant's only an assistant. I didn't come up with all this. All I did was follow Zero's orders.
Then, if you're not Zero, who is?
There we go.
Calm down there, Junpei. Didn't I say two things?
So I was right, they were working
You made
together.
one more mistake.
That was the other alternate thing I thought could be. It's June.
Junpei, you just said all of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this nonary game happened. But that's not it. Revenge isn't the only purpose. There's another reason you guys were playing the nonary game. To save someone.
Save someone?
Right. You were brought here to help my sister. To save Akane.
What the hell are you talking about? Akane Kurashiki died 9 years ago in this room. I was there. I saw... What? What the hell? Where is she? Where's Akane Kurashiki? Ugh! Oh, my head! My head, it feels like it's gonna pop.
Seven! What the hell is going on?
I don't know. I just... Oh! I swear to God, my head feels like it's about to explode!
What was the Nonary Project? I'm sure you know already, but I'll tell you one more time. It was a project designed to test a particular phenomenon. And what was that phenomenon? For two organisms to communicate with one another in the absence of physical contact. The morphogenetic field theory. Could human beings use these invisible fields to exchange information? That was what this experiment was conducted to determine. There were two separate locations. One was the gigantic,
Yes, we know this.
and the other was a building in Nevada called...
This game sure does like to repeat itself a lot. I get that this is all important, like, story information, but how many times do we have to rehash the same
9
information?
children
Like, I
trapped
get
in
it.
Building Q were faced with numerous puzzles.
That's probably my
Copies
biggest
of identical
criticism
ones
of
in
like the
gigantic.
dialogue and the stories, that they rehash the same information way too many times.
They were told to send their answers into the morphic field set and transmit them to their brothers and sisters on the gigantic. The transmitters were put in Building Q, and the receivers were put on the gigantic. Each sibling pair
I
was
haven't played
supposed to be split
Ace
up,
Attorney
but
games. I have not played Ace Attorney games. I've never played Ace
it
Attorney
was a
games.
mistake. Akane was a transmitter. She should have been in Building Q. However, for some reason, she was placed in the gigantic with the receivers, like me. Perhaps she was mistaken for someone who was supposed to be in Group A. Whatever the case, Akane ended up on the gigantic.
All visual novels do this. Yeah, this is the first visual novel game I've ever played ever.
I think I've told you enough.
And I could
You get it,
see
don't you?
why I never played these, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure you know where this is going.
Don't get me wrong,
Junpei.
this is a decent experience for what it is, but
what
it's
is
not
going?
really my cup of tea, to be perfectly honest.
Don't
It's
play
interesting,
dumb.
but
You know things you shouldn't.
yeah.
Things you couldn't. How did you know Ace had prosopagnosia? How did you know why Ace wanted to kill Kubota and how Nijisaki was killed? Were you surprised when you found out Ace was Hongo? And what about the coffin Snake was trapped in? How the hell did you open it?
Well,
Be the only one. Well,
That's-
we also have a Doki Doki on our list. I did allow that one. Hey, I'm not hating. If you love visual novels, that's cool. This is just not. But there's just I don't mind story, but this is like if I want all story, I'll go read a book. Or like watch an anime. I'd rather watch an anime or read a book than just sit here and click through text. Basically, is what we're doing. He knew because I knew. Junpei was receiving information that I sent him through the morphic field test. It's really simple. Imagine a river splits into like an upside down Y. The river flows from top to bottom from a single stream into two branches. It only flows in one direction. It can never flow backwards. Information is the same way. It moves from the past to the future, but never flows backwards. That's why people at the river's source in the past will never know about the downstream in the future. But I am different. I can manipulate the morphic field set to pluck knowledge from the future. I know what happened at either fork of the river, even though the people at either fork know nothing about the other. I do like this whole concept of the morphic field stuff. It gives purpose to the replay, and it does it in kind of a mindfuckery kind of way. I love mindfuckery kind of stuff, like stuff that really makes you like question reality and things like this. Like I love this kind of shit. So I really enjoy like how they were able to justify the replay with this kind of mentality. I think that's very clever. Who am I? Am I the ninth letter of the alphabet? Am I also 0? No, that's not true. I'm not really 0. Not yet. What? Not yet. Perhaps you could say I am less than 0. 0 is my future. In 9 years I will be 0? What?
Santa!
Freeze.
Oh, he has the gun. How did he get the gun? Isn't that a song something? Santa's got a gun. Where I was supposed to take experimentation, find the right paths. When you finally got around to it, they tell you what info was important the whole time. No, I get why they repeat the information. I just think they repeat it, the same information a little too often. But I get why they do it. It's just kind of a necessary evil of the genre. And I'm just not a particular fan of hearing the same stuff yelled at me multiple times.
Hey, what's your plan, Santa? What are you doing?
Didn't I tell you? I'm Santa Claus. It's time for me to go make a wish come true.
Just shoot him. Please just shoot him. Found where the gun went. Yep.
Damn. Well, it looks like this door isn't opening anytime soon.
Oh, you mean we're trapped?
So it would seem.
What the hell is Santa trying to do?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, what?
Have you considered where we are? There can really only be one thing Santa would do now.
No. No, you can't be serious.
Junpei, can I borrow your pen and notebook?
She's always got to write it out, but that's okay.
What the hell are you doing, Clover? Give me that!
Huh.
2, 4, 5, 7. So Lotus can't come.
What?
And there's no other way?
It's okay. Go.
Lotus.
Come on, you know we can't do that.
Oh, don't give me that.
We can't take our
I'm
fan
sure you'd
service
love
with
to
us?
get rid of me.
God damn it, you idiot! Without... if you're not... Look, it'd be bad, alright?
Bad?
Yeah. If there weren't assholes like you around, I'd be out of a job.
Uh-huh.
Look, I'm just not leaving you behind, alright? End of story.
7.
He's right. I'm not leaving you either.
Me too.
You didn't honestly think I'd abandon you, did you?
You're all idiots.
That being said, however, I doubt we would be able to open the door anyway, even if we were to leave Lotus behind.
Huh?
I trust you remember what happened to Ace? I couldn't, see exactly what happened, but I was able to guess what he was attempting to do earlier, at the Red.
Oh, yeah.
No! What is this? Why?
Some kids say no to the fan
Digital
service.
root
Nope.
should be 9.
You always
It
gotta
has
keep
to
the
be
fan
9.
service around.
Then why?
Just to see, why don't we give it a shot?
Give it a shot.
Yes, that is what I said.
Wasn't the ship in the process of sinking? Or is that all bullshit, I wonder?
You were right.
It ain't opening.
Well, assumingly there's
But
a
it
dead
did
on the
open
other
9
side.
years ago.
They have to verify
digital
at the
root
entrance,
was
and they
9
all have to
then, I'm
verify
sure of
once
it.
they're inside. And if there's incorrect number of registers, then that person blows up who doesn't belong.
You think maybe they changed the settings?
The player character I am is Junpei, the number 5 guy.
Perhaps.
There sure is a lot of this left. This was way over my 12-hour limit for this event. Figures. But that's what I get. I had gone with the estimates online, but the estimate didn't include the true ending that we were going... Akane Vision. What? I had watched everything that was reflected in my eyes. I was listening. Every sound that vibrated in his eardrums I heard. Smell, taste, touch. I felt everything he felt. I knew everything about him. What he was thinking, what he was feeling, what he was sensing. So how is Junpei tied to all this? That's a very good question. The only link we have so far is that he was classmates with Akane 9 years, like way back in the day. That's the only connection we have so far that Junpei has to the rest of this, but there might be more connection to it. But so far the only known connection we have is that him and Akane were classmates. Why she would pick him for this, I don't know. But he might have it might be like a repressed memory or something like this, or he did something in another branch of his mind that never actually happened. I don't know. We'll see. All his feelings, worries, and fears became mine. My mind, my consciousness was inside of him. The morphic field set, we were resonant, and we were as one. I was him, and at the same time, I was an observer. It started with tremendous noise, like a clap of thunder. That was approximately 9 hours ago. A bomb had gone off on the ship we were on. Yeah, I see that, the Akane vision. It was then my resonance with him began. That was when my resonance with him began. My resonant event melted into him and we became one inside of Junpei. A resonance. So, so somehow I've become her receiver for her okay. What they were talking about, that was someone's like a projector and someone's a receiver. Me and Junpei and Akane have synced, and I'm her receiver, I guess. Somehow I found myself in Junpei's mind, 9 years in the future. But I didn't lose myself. I was living in two realities at once. One was the present, the other was the future. Perhaps you could think of it As two movies showing on the same screen at the same time, eventually it becomes difficult to separate them and determine which movie is which. However, if I concentrate, I was able to focus on one or the other. That was why I was able to grasp what was happening in front of me.
Come on, over here!
That's definitely Lotus. That was my brother Alec. He was yelling. Around me were 7 other children. They all looked like they were about my age.
Hurry up!
Well, if they're all children here, Lotus is supposed to be like 40, so that actually doesn't make sense. So maybe that's just coincidence. Hold that thought. Alright. 2 of the boys got in a fist fight. It's Lotus's kid, maybe. Girls watching them began to cry. I want to go home, she cried. I want to go home. Another girl slapped the girl crying and glared down at her. It's been 2 hours since the nursery game began. We're starting to fall apart. But just when all hope seemed lost, Light started talking. He was blind. 9 years later, we would call him Snake. Light.
Hello? Everyone? Could you come over here for a moment?
Oh gosh, there's a lot left. Wait.
I have a little sister. She is very important to me. Right now, she is over in Building Q and is desperately trying to send information over to me. Her name is Clover, and today is her 9th birthday.
So the test subjects were made aware of what they were being tested for? If this is my understanding, they were told that they were trying... Were the receivers told that they were trying to listen for information from their partner or their sibling? Or was this like a blind test to see how they would react? It seems like they were made aware of what they were being tested for.
I was going to give these to her as a birthday present. I was outside picking them when I was abducted. I'm sure I've already told you, but I am blind. For a man who can't see, but my sister means a great deal to me. And I hope that these would show her how much I cared for her. Since it's her 9th birthday, I thought 9 4-leaf clovers would be appropriate. Every one of you has a brother or a sister in Building Q with Clover. For their sake, we have to survive. If we're going to do that, there are 3 things you have to remember. We need trust and love, and we have to have faith in one another. If we can take all 3 of those to heart, then I promise that good luck will come our way. Did you know that the leaves on the 4-leaf clover mean faith, trust, love, and luck? Those words are leaf words. So if you believe what I've told you, and you understand, then I want you each to have one of these. They're a promise between friends.
Give a clover to each of us. I took one too. Eventually he was left with only a single 4-leaf clover. He had one last thing to say.
Don't ever forget, so long as you have that, we will always be connected. Do you understand?
Snake is a badass. For a while, I should have doors. Found door 9 on it. Yeah, Kane was put on the wrong ship, but they didn't explain if that was intentional or not. Whether they didn't realize they were brother and sister, or it was just kind of a control group thing. Number 9, but this time it was only 1.
What are we gonna do? There aren't any other doors.
Warning. Warning. Emergency Incineration Command has been acknowledged. incineration will take place in 18 minutes.
18 minutes, because, you know, prime...
Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat, emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
What? What's happening? What did that thing say? That didn't sound good.
I think it means this room is gonna burn.
Burn!
The plaque on the door says incinerator, and that voice said that the incineration is about to start. And incinerate means to burn.
No! Help me!
Couldn't you, in theory, go through... Like, if a team was really quick and they could get through this door in, like, let's say in under 18 minutes, would it re-engage or be vacant again so the next team could go through the same door? I guess not. I guess it's kind of a one and done with the doors. Once you're in, that's it. No one else can come in, even after you've cleared it.
Don't worry, kids. I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you.
Start dumping answers to things. Yeah, maybe. I just like trying to guess in my own mind. I like to try and predict, see if my deductive powers sync up with the game's. Copy-paste content poggers. Copy-paste content poggers. Maybe there you go. That door before us, we're up ahead. I'm sure the game will answer the questions later. We ran and ran and ran. We leapt across the main stairs. Running stairs smarter like a tornado. Eventually pulled ahead of the rest. Perhaps Nona had slowed them down. Yo, Yagamoth, coming in with that mighty host. How's the gravekeeping going, Yagamoth? It just kind of looked like a darker version of Stardew Valley. Good luck, thank you. This is my first visual novel game experience, and it's interesting. Welcome from the Hromp family. Gravekeeping is going great. Awesome. Yo, Lou. How you doing?
Oh no, where is it? Did I drop Jumpy's present?
Jumpy. If I knew I couldn't tell the others, they would stop me. I was almost sure of that. Simple Lou. Jumpy's present. So she had a present? Wait, so we had already synced up by this point? That she had synced up with me in the future? Oh, this is... Oh, my brain hurts. My brain hurts. This results in multiple routes that are over 50, around 50 hours. Oh god, that's a lot of text clicking. Yo, Rockodactylus. Dactylus, thank you for that follow. Yo, Rockodactylus, the barbarian. She knew Jumpy from class at this time, that's true. You just see trailers of Slender Man movie? Nope.
There it is!
Yeah, fair warning, we're at the very end of this game. So if you had ever intended to play this, spoiler alerts all around. If you never intended to play this game, yeah, you're fine. Enjoy. This is, for those just joining us, this has basically been Saw the anime. In the most generic sense, that's what this game is. It's part of the game, literally one massive spoiler. Yeah, that's fine. Spoilers help cars go fast, so you want your car to go fast, right? Then stick around for spoilers. And stepped out.
Ah, how wonderful to see you decided to come back.
Barbarian, Alu. Thank you for that follower. Now, Alu Namida, the barbarian. Look, mechanicals if someone simply pulled the corners
Come
of his
with me.
mouth.
We must continue the experiment.
No, I don't want to continue the experiment. One step, two step, three step, four step. Spun around, broke to run.
I said, come with me.
No! Stop! Let go of me! Let go!
Shook my body and flailed my arms, tried desperately to get Hongwu to let go of me. But I was still only a child. I was no match for a man like Hongwu.
Stop struggling, goddammit! Do as I tell you!
He heaved on my arm, trying to pull me into an incinerator. And Zanella 4499, thank you for following now. Zanella 4499, the Barbarian.
Help me! Somebody help me!
Help me, help me.
Akane!
Behind him came Seven and Snake. Forward.
You came back!
Our incinerators are nice this time of year. Yeah, it's warm, comfy, you know. It's basically summer in a room. It's easy.
Ah! You're too late, idiot!
Ah!
Almost in between it and behind, I can see my brother's fist clench. Wait. Mal, the door slammed shut. I'm gonna dance. Glance at the glance at me mechanically? I wanted to say maniacally, but it's mechanically. His face registered that there was an object there, but not anything he would consider a human being. Then he turned away and walked to the red and sat next to the door. He reached out his pocket and removed 2 bracelets. He waved them both over the scanner panel. Checked the screen, then tossed the bracelets carelessly on the floor. He said nothing at all walked past me. Nothing more than a rock by the roadside. Oop. Faintly, I could hear someone pounding on the door behind me. I turned around and ran towards the door with the 9.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
Oh, so they're actually on the other side of the 9 door.
Help me!
My voice echoed lonely around on the empty room.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here!
You experience it all quickly, I know. It's like summer's gone in seconds.
He went out the other door!
What?
Warning. Warning.
Strange creatures have entered the compound. Strange creatures have entered the compound.
Incineration will begin in...
It's just new age, you know, tanning salons. They're quick and efficient. Get you that nice crispy brown glaze.
I knew it!
It's starting.
Santa started the incinerator.
Fuck!
Oh, we're
Man,
not.
I never thought I'd hear
Oh,
that
now
damn
we're in
voice
Junpei
again after 9
vision.
years.
Okay, now we're back to reality.
What the hell? What the hell? What in God's name are you talking about? It's 9 years this and 9 years that, and when it's not 9 years...
I'm sorry, Lotus, but we really don't have time to explain it right now. I promise. I'll tell you everything once we get out of here.
But...
Incineration will begin in 17 minutes.
Yay,
You know
17
what that
minutes.
means, right? Incinerate means burn!
No shit, Clover.
What kind of idiot do you think I am? I know what incinerate means.
Well,
God damn it! Okay, fine. I won't ask anything else.
Treat you
Talk
like
about
you're an
whatever you
Australian
want.
spider. Is this just like everybody's like mud room in Australia? You just got a giant incinerator room to kill all the horrible things that could get into your home.
But you have to do something for me. 7, figure this out.
What?
Just shut up and stop this thing.
How the hell?
There has to be some sort of emergency shut-off button.
There isn't anything
It's
like
the people
that.
coming in from this raid. Yep.
How the hell do you know?
Because
Lotus
I
is the
looked for
fan
it 9
service. So
years
everyone,
ago.
even if you don't know the story that's going on, let's just appreciate the fan service of her cleavage, and you'll have fun. Uh-oh. Speed puzzle.
What the hell is that?
What is that? What is that?
Obviously, it's a refrigerator. Yo, Sim Sam! Thank you so much for the 333 bits. A legend. Happy Sunday to you as well. Before I opened, a machine rose out of it. Looked like a computer. Or at least it kind of did. It's the fan service machine, exactly. It'll do all your commissioned anime drawings. Something about the machine scared me, but I forced myself to walk up to it. Oh, we're back at Akane. Wait, we're back at Akane Vision. I wish it'd give me a little more notification of that, but finally I reached it. I looked at the screen. It was blank. I saw my own frightened face staring back at me from the glass, drenched in tears. All I could see was Sphere's reflection of my own face. Kind of freaked out. There is a... Okay, yeah, there is a bloop. Everybody calm down, alright? Everything's gonna be okay. Oh man, I wish I would.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
Back to this thing. It's only showing up now. It's gotta be important. What the hell am I supposed to do with
Hey,
it?
move!
Oh yeah, let the computer do it. The computer lady do it.
Okay, it's turned on. There's nothing on the screen, though. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. If there's nothing on here, how are we supposed to do anything with it?
It's a lot more clear on the DS because it's two different screens. That's interesting. Push buttons are sure.
What is this?
What's up?
It looks like some sort of puzzle.
A bunch of numbers and letters scattered across a 5x5 grid. The numbers range from 1 to 8.
Do you think that if we solve this puzzle,
the incinerator will stop?
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Well, we can hope, right?
Try turning it off and on again.
Incineration will begin in 13 minutes.
You had to flip the Game Boy upside down? What the hell? Oh, so I could tap into Akane's memories on how to do this? From when she did it the first time and survived? My connection to Jumpy had been... Oh no, it's... I guess it's a two-way street. Maybe I'm sending it to her in the past, so... That's what they were talking about. We're trying to save a life. The whole point of this is to save a life, because I'm connected to Akane in the past, so we're trying to help her solve this so that she lives. Okay, I get it. God, this is weird. Heck, it started to scream, completely lost. My cheeks felt hot as she poured over them. For those just joining us, there's this the whole thing in this game, sorry, spoiler alert, is that there's this like river of information that can invisibly flow in between two people through the past and the present. There's receivers and transmitters. So we are transmitting our present knowledge to the girl who's in the past to save her life so she could solve the puzzle and live. Let's go. That wasn't working at all, so they gave her a totally different puzzle. And I heard a voice.
What are you doing?
So they set this whole thing up to try and save her life. Especially that swing on the entry door was a face of frightened face. How long have you been watching?
Don't know what to do? It's simple, really. But I suppose I might as well tell you. Just solve the puzzle on that machine.
That's what it would seem, Sir Barotus. He seems he's connected to her, so so that's why he's there to help save Akane. At least that's what it would seem to be.
Oh my! How could you call a gentleman such as myself a terrible person? That's not very nice. I'm quite fair. I don't use tricks or play dirty. You see? I've even left you a way out. Didn't you hear me? All you have to do is solve that puzzle. Do that, and you can stop the incinerator.
What's the point of stopping it? You'll only capture me and make me do this all again. I'm not going to listen to you. If you're just going to throw me back in here, I might as well just die now.
My goodness, haven't you listened to anything I've said? I told you, I'm a fair man.
Huh?
If you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will in turn activate. If this experiment is to deliver valid results, there must be a chance of success. If you succeed, you will escape.
Can we stab me out with a rusty fork? God, I hope so.
The verification function of the red?
Ah, so you do remember. Right now there are two numbers in the red. The first is 1, and the second is 3. Say, Akane, what's your number?
5. We even have the same number from back then.
You really aren't one for listening, are you? I've already told you, didn't I? Once you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will activate. In other words, if you have
With a rusty spoon, what do you think this is? Bowie the Hero stream?
What kind of fool are
Bowie
you?
the Hero holds all the rusty spoons.
Why are you doing this?
You could never understand. You don't know what it's like to spend every day surrounded by monkeys. Now start the experiment. Solve the puzzle.
I can't! I don't know how!
It's surprising.
Of course you don't. Isn't that the point? You understand, don't you? Access the morphogenetic field and find the solution.
I can't!
Then you'll die. You'll burn alive. It's gonna be quite hot in there in a few minutes. I imagine it'll be very painful.
This guy. It's really bad.
Incineration will begin in...
Her form was hot all the time, but she only has a fever when you pick the wrong doors. Really?
10 minutes.
Really, she gets a fever when you pick the wrong door. Interesting. I guess that's the hint. It shook my body. Still in Akane vision. So I was forced by legs, she could carry me back to the device.
I can't. I just can't. There's no way. I can't figure this out.
Don't know what to do. I didn't even know where to start. Fear scattered my thoughts, and all I could think of was how I was going to die. My palms were sweating, arms spaghetti, something. Reached into my pocket, wrapped my hand around the thing I'd come back to get. The doll Jumpy had given me. At least I had that. I held it tight with both hands and prayed.
Help me, Jumpy! Help me! Help me! Help me! Jumpy! Jumpy! Jumpy!
Because we were right before when Kubota explodes.
Please! Help me! Jumpy!
Jumpy vision!
Akane?
Akane?
Who the hell is Akane?
Shut up! Just shut the hell up!
Then my sneak me. Doesn't matter. They're in my way.
Akane! Akane! Can you hear me? Akane! Say something! Akane! Answer me! Akane!
Jumpy? Jumpy!
Akane!
Jumpy!
Shoot! Shoot!
Akane! Akane!
Yes, I am! How did you know?
Right. There's only one way to help her. You were brought here to help my sister. To save Akane.
Incineration will begin. 7 minutes.
Jumpy, we don't have time!
It's all the pulse never stopped instantly.
Got it!
I get everything now. Yeah, we need some more dot dot dots. I was just planning out to lead to this one moment. Oh my god. Can't believe it. There's only one possible answer. June is, 0 is, Akane Shirai. She recreated the history of the future that she had a glimpse of 9 years ago. She tried to save herself that way 9 years ago. You know, she's trying to save herself right now. I called it! I called it. June is 0. The reason behind it I didn't know, but I had called that like at the beginning. June is 0. I will save her. I will save Kanekura Kishiki. I must save her no matter what. Hello, Simply Aki. Thank you for that following. I'm Simply Aki the Barbarian. Just trying to find a connection. Yep. Yeah, but I settled on June for a long time. I've been saying June was 0 for quite a while now. I did jump around a little bit at the beginning, but it quickly set in. She was 0.
Jumpy!
Yeah, I know. Just hang on, alright? I promise I'll get you out of there. I'm not gonna let you die. I promise. So don't worry, alright? Just give me a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
6 minutes or not, my heart burned with feelings for it. Time to get to work.
Hey, what are you...
Just trust me!
Let's have a look at this thing. I think the panels are out of order. I just need to switch these out. Staring at it isn't going to accomplish anything. I just have to try it.
Think of what I did all those times before. I'm gonna do this on my own, with my own mind. I'm gonna solve this problem.
When press hit, numbers appear in the empty slots on the grid. They're all single digits. I get the feeling that the numbers change when I switch out the yellow squares. Put this square at the bottom. Why does it stay blank when I press hint? Some enemies numbers disappear. Looks like I can turn them on or off. And this is some special meaning to there being 2 modes. What could it mean? What does this mean? Put it on. Wait. I need to make all the numbers in the squares the same. All the numbers in the squares the same. For example, when I swap out 3 and the 5, the hint number increased by 2. I bet the hint just adds the surrounding numbers. Okay. 6, 2, 3. Well, that didn't really... So it's... okay, so it gives me the prime root of the surrounding numbers. Okay. So I have to make all the numbers the same, I believe is what they said the goal was. The digit roots will always end up as 1 digit. Right, so we're trying to make them all 9? It's a hybrid Sudoku. So that one's locked in place. We can't change that. So since we can't change this one, do we assume we're trying to make them all 9s? It just said we have to try and make all the numbers the same. So all the hint numbers, I assume. There are letters too. Wait, I haven't used letters as numbers before. A equals 7, B equals 7, C equals 12. Maybe I need to replace the letters with numbers. So that's, yeah. That didn't really help. Okay. Alright. I think I got this filled out. I just need to make all the digital roots the same. But what number? Switching out yellow square affects all hint squares around it. One square doesn't get a hint number. The 9th spot at the bottom. Only this one stays blank. Maybe a fixed number goes inside of there. So the 9th square has a different rule. Only I knew what number goes there. Okay. Well, it could be 5. Could be 9. Pass road. Okay. Oh boy. Alright. I need to make a quick cheat sheet for myself so I remember what the hexadecimal values for each of the letters that we have available to us. Alright. I need to make a quick cheat sheet. So what do we got? P R W A S. I'm assuming that's an O and not a 0? Is that an O? Well, I guess we can find out. So that should be 2, so that's an O. Alright. Okay, so A's, we know A is 10. So five. Would the solution be so easy? 7 minutes have passed. Rip. Thank God. Okay, so P is 25, R is 27, W is 32. Let me double check this. Okay, let me just double check. So, yeah. P is 25, R is 27, A is 10, O is 24, S is 28. Alright, we're good. Could you spell password? Can we actually spell password at the bottom? Do we have 2 S's? P yeah, we do. We should try that. Hold on. Oh. Well. That was literally it. That was literally it. We just had to spell password. That is awesome. That continues being garbage. Okay, so what's our password then? Hacker man. So what's our password then? 0? No. Would it be notary? Oh, why am I trying to type it out? So now we just have to guess the password? Is password password? That was worth a shot. So we just have to guess the password? Password now, then. Are there any hints? What the hell am I supposed to put here? Okay, well let's just think of all things it could possibly be. It's not notary. No. I thought for sure that one was it. Maybe the hint is in that one. Can I back out? Hard to come up with? Oh, it's easier. That's kind of combination idiot puts on his luggage. Answer ended up being password. After that, it was an extra space. The 9th square. Maybe that's the password.
Yes, that's it. Akane, did you get it?
Yes, I sorry, but I copied everything you did. Now I just have to press enter.
Then what the hell are you waiting for? Push it!
It's way too complex. Just 9.
Okay, I will.
Emergency shutdown command has
Uh-oh.
been confirmed. Incineration system has been disabled.
Oh, cool. Yay!
Jumpy! It worked! It worked! The incinerator shut down! It worked!
Wonderful feeling of accomplishment and relief flooded my body. At the same time, the strength I had left disappeared and I collapsed to the floor. For a while, I just lay there laughing and crying, enjoying being alive. Every time I thought about him, I thought my heart would burst.
Whew.
So glad, so glad. I feel like my heart's on fire. No, I don't have time to think about that kind of shit. I need to tell
Akane! Sorry, but things are kind of busy over here. I'm gonna have to hang up now. Oh.
Hang up now? Of course! Oh, hold on, I'll call you back. 2 bracelets, I'll go left behind. 2 bracelets, the 0 bracelet, and...
Now.
7 and Lotus don't look particularly happy with me. Not a very nice look for someone to just save their lives, guys.
Are you...
Okay.
Ah, shut it.
Incineration will begin in 90 seconds.
Whoa.
It doesn't sound like it's stopping.
What the shit? Why isn't it stopping?
Yeah, just hit it harder.
Incineration will begin in 60 seconds.
Whoa. Wait. What? Wait, that's what the numbers that showed up after the puzzle mean. 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. Those are all of our... That's all of us. Snake, Clover, me, 7, and Lotus. Then, door 9. No, that's it. The number on the door isn't a 9. It's not even a number.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that...
We set with the right number into the red and...
30 seconds.
Run, guys! Get to the door! Run!
Quick, go!
Quick! Verify your numbers on the red! Who?
What combination?
All of us! We all need to verify!
Why?
You really think this is a good time to ask questions? Just do it!
Thank you. No more talky talk. You just go. Just go.
Will begin in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
1 and a
Second
half.
gate has been opened. Incineration system has been disabled.
I was gonna say 1 second was not enough time for that door to open and everybody leave. So they took care of that.
Hurry! We've only got 9 seconds before the door closes!
Don't calm down, Dad. You're not done. You still gotta find the... Oh, man. Really? Still one more puzzle? Or does that maybe release us? Yeah.
Shit. Looks like we made it, huh?
So Clover and Lois are totally out of energy. Sake is shaking his head wearily. I just want to take a nap, but...
Akane? Akane! Can you hear me? Akane!
Akane vision.
Akane!
Oi!
Oi! No.
Oi!
Akane!
So since like the whole past present being kind of synchronous thing, does that mean they had to order that she is okay now in our current present, but they had to go through all this to make sure that she's saved in the past? Or does this change the future? I'm guessing the former, but... Uh-oh. Good. You don't go through the true ending, she burns, it's a time paradox. Yeah, so she had to do this all in the present to make sure that, you know, that it happened and that the past her was okay. So she is Zero because she had to set this up to save herself.
Alright, let's get out of here. If we don't book it, we might run into Hongo again.
More running.
Hey, Junpei, can I ask you something?
What's up?
That door, the one with the 9 on it. Why'd it open?
Yeah, all 5 of us verified our numbers on the red. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 is 26. That makes our digital route 8. It shouldn't have opened.
That's not like you, Lotus. I thought you would have figured it out already.
Oh.
Why?
Because you were the person who taught me about the idea of bases.
Bases?
Yeah. What are the 2 numbers in base 2?
0 and 1.
How about base 10?
That goes from 0 to 9, right?
And how about base 16?
0 through F. After 9, it starts at A and goes from there. B, C, D, etc.
You're right. In other words, A in base 16 is 10 in base 10. B is 11, C is 12, D is...
So, what about it?
You don't get it? What if we keep going with that pattern? What if you go way past base 16 all the way to base 27?
Base 27?
Yeah.
Well, the numerical digits are the same. So, I guess you'd add alphabetical digits. E is 14, F is 15, G is 16.
H is 17, I is 18, J is 19.
I know. Literally the only thing blurred here is the boobies.
K is
Like, come
20,
on, game. If you're gonna
L
fan
is
service us, don't
21, M
half-ass
is
it.
22.
N is 23, O is 24, P is 25.
Yeah, and? What comes after that?
Q.
26!
And what does that mean?
Wasn't a 9 on the door.
It was a Q! A fucking lowercase q!
Yep, that's pretty much it. I guess to put it another way, you could say that it was a 9 in base 10, but a Q in base 27.
Half move it instead of half-ass it. Running sounds, running sounds, running sounds. Running, running, running. They're wiggling. Like a tornado cutting through a sea of clouds. I don't know about that. Can we go back to Connie Vision? We're almost there.
I'm gonna open it.
Yeah.
Yes, we're finally here.
Please
Are we,
do.
though? I think we're about to get jebaited again. Ooh, sunlight. The red door. Seek a door that carries a 9. 9 is Japanese being Caillou. How on my shoulder. It was Aoi's. He gave it a small, reassuring squeeze. I'm so happy that I felt like I could melt. My heart was at peace. Not only because my brother and I were back together again. Thanks to this huge detective, all 9 of us who had been kidnapped. Yay, we're finally able to escape the gigantic. At distant horizon, we could see the faint outline of the ship as it sank. It gave a thunderous roar as it finally slipped beneath the waves. Its last cry echoed across the ocean, and then it was gone.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's finally over. Or was it? Was it really? No, I was wrong. That wasn't it at all. I was sure of it. This wasn't the end. So what happened? So wait a minute. So what about Ace, or whatever his name was? How did he leave the ship? I guess he had a helicopter that flew out. I don't know. I'm guessing they're in Nevada and they're not really on the gigantic because the gigantic, we just saw it sink, so.
No.
What?
It can't be.
This is...
Mm-hmm.
This
Get
is the building
wrecked.
in the Nevada desert.
the mock experiment building.
Oh my god. This whole time we were in Building Q.
So I guess they're all gonna have to have surgery to get the bombs out of them, unless they can poop them out.
Akane.
So they never. So then, number 9, he was the only one with an actual bomb in him. Hmm. And yeah, and Nijisaki. Yay! GG! Assuming, unless there's a little more after the credits. I'm sad we never saw the mummy. Well, that was interesting. Alright, well, everybody hang around. We're going to have a review. We're going to talk about this game a little bit. We're going to give it a rating. And then we're going to have the next Gaben Gauntlet raffle where one of you will get to pick the next game that we play for our Gift of Gaben's summer event. And then immediately after that, we're going to have 2 more raffles, and we're going to give away 2 games. This whole event is a special thank you for everybody who's been supporting the channel, so I want to give a little something back to you guys. We're going to be giving away 8 games over the course of the next 4 weeks, so we're going to give 2 of them away today. So make sure you stick around for that, it's going to be fun. We're going to be giving away Dust and Elysian Tale and, and To the Moon. And then we've got many other games that we're giving away over the next couple weeks. So now the Time Paradox thing, the series handles paradoxes Back to the Future style rather than the more common way. You exist until there's no chance of fixing the timeline. I see. So this kind of exists in all the endings, but disappears once the true ending can't happen. Dead 9 years ago unless you do the true ending, but because you did the true ending,
Are you
she also survives until the notary game concludes in your time.
Oh, come on, hon. This is nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
And fades if you didn't get to the incinerator.
You don't look okay.
Seems short a small hill looking down to town as the sun slowly
How does
set.
it look then?
He was half serious and half joking. I thought about it for a minute first.
Well,
Jeez, he got his
see.
ass kicked.
It looks like you kissed a toad and got warts, but then they just kept growing and...
What does that even mean? Ow, 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 ow.
Says she lost because the incinerator went off when it killed Snake Ace. Instead, you don't exist until the timeline is fixed. You exist until the timeline is unfixed. Junpei is in all of them.
See? I told you you're not okay. You're too reckless. You can't beat 5 8th graders, Jumpy. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I couldn't just stand there. I mean, don't you think so? I had to do something.
Oh good, they did fight the Jeep. Guess someone leave it outside the building, keys for the ignition and gas in the tank. Almost like it was a present, you know? Anyway, we jumped in and now we're here, screaming across the desert. Kinda looks like my wife's car. It's over there in the passenger seat. Snake and Seven are all squeezed into the back here. Still can't believe we let her drive.
Woohoo! This is so fun! This is so awesome!
What about Santa and
so
Ace?
Great when there's nothing around.
Hey, Clover, watch those bumps, alright? This car jumps even a little, and I think I'm gonna get crushed to death.
There's 5 of these games? Jesus.
Hey, shut it. I can't help if I'm big, alright? Suck it up.
Why don't you drive, Seven?
I'm a cop. I ain't gonna break the law.
He doesn't have an international license.
Yeah, but you could have sat in the passenger seat.
Oh, hell no. There's no way I'm giving this seat up. And Clover, there's no need to slow down. The car Santa and June are in should be somewhere down this road ahead of us.
Yeah, I saw some fresh tire tracks going out. There's no doubt about it.
Then we've got to hurry if we want to catch them, don't we?
Sure thing.
So I guess they just left Ace there. They've been hiding in the bushes on the back of one of the hills, drenching a kid. And then gasoline? Jesus Christ. The moment we saw that they were doing it, Jumpy ran up to them furious.
What the hell are you doing?
He quickly scooped up the kitten and tossed it to me. I called it and ran to the police station as fast as I could.
Help me! Officer, please! You have to come with me!
This is when I headed back to the hill. Timeline is closer to Akane burning 9 years ago.
You couldn't run away after you threw the kitty to me?
Stuck out his tongue through the hole in his mouth where a tooth had fallen out. Capote explodes at the start.
Yeah, I guess I could've.
Then why didn't you?
I didn't want to. I wanted to beat him up. Beat him up real good.
Because of what?
Yeah, that too, but I think they were the ones behind those murders our first semester. Remember?
Oh, you mean the bunnies.
Yeah.
God damn. The bunnies? Not the bunnies.
They asked me what elementary school I was from, so I told them. And then they said they'd do the same thing to you that they did to the rabbits. I couldn't forgive them for that.
Jesus Christ. Where does he live?
Hey, there's still some stuff I don't get.
like Ace, well, I guess I should say Gentaro Hongo. Why did he create the Nonary Project? Anybody? Any ideas?
Why don't you ask him yourself?
He's still in the trunk, I assume?
Oh, they do have him with us.
Hey, were you listening to us? Come on, I know you were. Answer me.
I only wanted to see the faces. Human faces. I thought if I could gain the ability to access the morphic field set, then perhaps I could see faces.
What? No, come on. Don't tell me his entire motivation for all this was to cure his prosopagnosia. That is...
By peering into people's minds, you could understand how they were processing the expressions of others.
That's it?
Yes. If you want to put it simply.
You can't get Q unless you dump Ace.
But if you are looking for a more philosophical answer, I could supply that as well. You see, the human collective consciousness...
All right, so what's your second question?
You said there were some things you didn't get, didn't you?
Well, my next question doesn't really have anything to do with you two. This is for you, Seven. It's about the whole Alice thing. What's the deal with that?
Well, see, 9 years ago, after I escaped from the Gigantic, I kept going after Hongo on my own.
That was a terrible motivation. Like, really?
During the course of my
I just want to see people's faces. Like, no. Like, if they just said, like, he did it for science or whatever, that's fine. But really, his motivation... He literally is, like, putting people's lives at risk so he could recognize people's faces. Like...
I also found out about Bourdain.
Come on, no. Terrible.
You're not really answering my question. Was there actually a girl who wouldn't melt at room temperature?
They did it for the faces.
What?
Alice doesn't exist. 9 years ago, I found Alice's coffin behind the library on the bottom deck. There was nothing in it, at the root of a peculiar plant. My research determined that it was a member of the genus Madrigora, of the family Solanaceae. I was able to extract a particular alkaloid from it. I used that extract to create soapary. Its creation was a tremendous boon to my firm, and we grew rapidly.
I learned it from watching you.
Here, this is for you.
What's this?
This is, for you, doll. His name is Junpei.
So then if I showed his arm towards me. His hand was a doll made of yarn small enough to fit in his palm.
Jumpy, are you sure it's, for you, doll?
Huh? Yeah, the lady at the shop said so, so that means it's for you, right?
Are you sure it's not a voodoo doll?
Wait, what? That's... Oh, man. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Well, it sure looks like a voodoo doll. I mean, you do know what a voodoo doll is used for, right?
Yeah, I guess calling it Junpei isn't a very good idea then.
Why are you giving me this anyway? It just seems really sudden.
Well, you know how after June, we aren't gonna get to see each other too much? I mean, we're gonna be in different schools, and I just thought I'd, you know...
Oh, okay, well, how about we call it June, then?
Okay. So, I wanted to give you this.
You sound like some sort of tribal chief in a bad movie.
Yes. I, head of tribe. This doll, traditional charm of tribe. So I give this. It me. So we always together.
Oh, Jumpy.
If something bad, then hold and pray. I go wherever you are. So here, take.
So that's what she dropped, that she went back for in the ship.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jumpy.
In the end, he was just a barbarian all along. Hey, a true barbarian would fight off 5 8th graders to save a kitten drowning in gasoline. Damn right.
Oh, Jumpy. Oh, I promise.
I'll never forget you either. ...
Please end on ... That'd be perfect. Well, it's the biggest mystery as I'm concerned, and the only one that's really important. It has to do with June Akane. She died in an incinerator on Japan, but she's still alive now as June. But how? Was it because I tapped into a more field set and saved her 9 years ago? Alright, let's say that makes some kind of insane sense. If I did that, then how am I make sense of what 7 remembers? Snake makes sense. He's blind. He couldn't have seen her body anyway, but 7, he said he was sure he saw it. Does that mean there was some kind of historical discrepancy? Or wait, maybe that's not it at all. There's one other logical explanation. Was what you told me the truth, 7? You looked satisfied. Now, you could.
Hey, look! Over there! There's somebody next to the road.
Huh? What? Hmm?
What? No! What? Hey, look, it's the mummy. Please just end the game right there. She's thumbing a ride. The mummy was thumbing a ride. Is around her rippled with heat. Straight there should be played as a woman with arm with a thumb up. Yeah. Dot. Please end on ... Yes! We ended on ... Please, everybody, get some ... in there for the end of the game. Oh, best way that game could end. What did you say before we play for that? Hey. Hey. What's up?
I made some coffee. Do you want some?
Yes.
He went to sleep shortly after he woke up. He chucked the bottle of Epsom.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So he does sleep for a while.
Oh, that's good.
Let's go sleep.
Okay, good.
How much coffee?
Hmm?
How much can? The mug's in the nursery. I didn't get it.
Yeah, one of those.
Whole.
Yeah.
Yeti.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Hmm?
Tired.
I'm okay. Just the coffee sounds good. Wait, is this? Oh, we're back in this now. Okay, that's it. XNA's best ending. Alright, we did it. Yay. Alright, that game is done. So let's go ahead and set up the raffles. Hang tight, guys. Barbarian. Curie Murmurs. Thank you for that. Following out Curie Murmurs the Barbarian. So easy, Color went so far and took a notebook all up. I know. And it was password. I hope somebody highlighted that. Or clipped it, I mean. Alright. So hang tight, everybody. We are going to do a review. a little post-game wrap-up, talk about the game a little bit, and then we will have the game raffle, and then the game giveaway raffles, so hang tight. Any other questions about the game plot? No, I think they wrapped it up pretty good. Little messy, the wrap-up, some of it at the end. Some of it was kind of comical, I guess I can't take it too seriously, but no, I think they wrapped it up pretty good. And it's password. Okay. Alright. In the meantime, while we do this, you can all start looking over the games list. For the sake of this event, you're going to want to look at the Gift of Gaben Summer tab on the game list, so make sure this is the list you all will be picking from. So, let's go ahead and go through this. Did we get through the game spoiler-free? No. Absolutely not. We had some help getting us through the second round. Psycho Sheep and others helping us to make sure we stayed on course. So it was definitely... The story wasn't spoiled for us, but we had some spoilers, so that counts. But fine, whatever. Alright, today is... the 19th. Total time is 16 hours, 39 minutes and 33 seconds. Alright, that game is Dunzo. Why do I always pick the wrong green? Alright, let's talk about 999 for a little bit. You catch Lotus's connection to Akane. I know it looked Lotus's connection to Akane. I did not. I didn't really learn a whole lot about Lotus's past. At least not that I saw. Maybe in some of the maybe if we did some of the other rooms, we would have gotten more of that. Yeah. But anyway, so let's talk about this a little bit. This was my first visual novel game I've ever played, and I gotta say, the game itself was well made. If you're a fan of this genre of games, I think you will absolutely love this. And I just gotta say, like, this isn't my particular favorite genre of game. This is a well-made game. I think, especially the Steam version of it, because you guys told me the DS version made replays much more difficult. I like that they updated it to add that the flowchart thing, so you can go back and redo sections easier. I think it did a really good job with this genre. I'm just not a fan of just 90% of my time clicking through text. That's just not really all that fun to me. But judging this game in of itself, for the genre, I think it's really good. And this being the only one I played, I don't really have anything to compare it to. But I think it could have done what it did much, much worse. The most important thing is the dialogue and the story and the characters. I think the characters were all pretty unique. Junpei kind of, for like maybe like 80% of the game, he kind of had the personality of a paper cup. He is just kind of vanilla, which I guess the main characters are kind of supposed to be, because it's supposed to be, you're supposed to kind of be able to connect with them a little bit, so it tends to be a little vanilla in everything. But all the other characters I felt were pretty unique and interesting. They all had different backstories. Voice acting was pretty good. A lot of dots. I think they might have overused a little bit, but it made for some funny moments. Yeah, exactly. He's meant to be the self-insert, which is fine, I guess, but yeah, whatever. But the story itself was interesting. I commented about this earlier, but I like how they justify the multiple playthroughs, not just, oh, play it again just because. They actually justify it with the whole, I forget what the name of it is, but the whole memories going back and forth through time and shared memories and stuff. They actually justified the replay of it. So that was pretty cool. That's something I've never really run into before, so it was very unique and interesting. I love the brain fuckery type of stuff. So, I think for a genre, this is an excellent game. I'm torn what to rate this, though. Because like I said, I'm very biased in all my reviews. You should look at all my scores as just my enjoyment of it. You may have a different score for stuff. This is not a genre I would typically seek out too often, but for what it was enjoyable. So I'm gonna give it a solid 8 out of 10, I think. I'm not going to put it into like the upper tiers of some of the other games I played because I think they're just much more fun. But as an experience, it was interesting. I was able to very early on figure out that June was 0, and it was a little predictable at some points, but it took it in some interesting twists and still made it fun. Yeah, well, solid 8 out of 10. Would have been a 6 or for me. It would have been a 6 or a 7. That's fair. I did enjoy my time with it, so I'll give it that. Some of the puzzles, actually, you know what? I've changed my mind. We're dropping it down to a 7. I was thinking about it more, and a lot of the puzzles weren't really all that clever. Most of it was just click around till you find the thing, and then you have your answer. So I'm actually going to bring it down to a 7. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think if you're a fan of this genre, you'll probably give it like a 9 or a 10. Me personally, it's just click all the things till you find all the things. For me, there just wasn't a whole lot of gameplay to it. But that's just the nature of the genre, so... Still fun, still interesting. Not something I would... What did I just do? Not something I would actively seek out on my own, but it was a good introduction to the genre, I think. Okay. So that's done. So now, one of you is going to get to pick the 40th game of the Gaben Gauntlet and the 3rd game of our Gift of Gaben Summer Special. Yeah. I was actually kind of annoyed that I had to replay the game even though I did everything right the first time, because it's just like, oh god, do I really have to listen to all this chat again? But they did give you a fast forward mechanic. I wish it would have fast forwarded a little bit faster. But considering that was actually an update to the game with the flowchart and everything, it's a better version of the DS, I think. I think you get 1 extra GG game for going over the timer. Nah. Don't worry, we're gonna still try to get through as many as we can. We've got Transistor, which is up next, so that's only a 6-hour estimate. Alright, so. So everybody start looking over the games list. Remember to go to the Gift of Gaben Summer tab. All our games here have been sorted by games that have been gifted to the Gaben Gauntlet Challenge, and these are all games that have a 12-hour estimate or less. So these are the games you have to choose from. Pick one that is not highlighted, and I'm going to go ahead and set up the raffle. And remember, for the Gift of Gaben Summer, all subs get triple luck on all raffles. You can still enter if you're not a sub, but subs get triple luck. Alright everybody, type raffle if you wish to enter. If you win, you will be the one who picks the next game. You will win the chance to pick the 40th game of the Gaben Gauntlet. Just type raffle, doesn't matter case, doesn't matter whatever. I think even Raffle Waffle works.
Extra, like, pocket knives?
Extra pocket knives?
Yeah.
Actually I think, where's my black computer bag? My laptop bag.
You can go to your
I think my my deer knife is in my black bag.
I want to keep one in the baby ones because I'm always cutting stuff.
She wants an extra pocket knife for the baby room.
Shut up. Is it not barbaric enough? It's first pocket knife?
Here, teach them how to mug people.
Shank.
I don't think I have one in here.
Alright. Don't worry about it.
Alright. Okay. I'm going to order a Bowie knife off of Amazon for him.
How's my dad?
There you go. Going off your dad. Alright, we're gonna give it another minute. Give everybody a chance to enter. Gotta get him started young. He's already got his axe rattle. And remember, after this, we will also be having, for subs only, we will be giving away 2 games. We're giving away a copy of Dust Elysian Tale and a copy of To the Moon. So make sure to stick around for that. And if you don't know how it works, make sure to go to the Gift of Gaben Summer tab. Look at the game that you might want to pick on the official game list. Any game not highlighted is available to be picked. Plenty of loincloths. Oh yeah, I think we call them onesies. All right, remember subs get triple luck for this raffle. So good luck, everybody. Let's roll it. Curry Murmurs, congratulations! You have won the right to pick the 40th game of the Gaben Gauntlet. Dude, that luck. The follower, the non-sub beat out everybody. Not rigged enough. Please look over the Gift of Gaben Summer's list and choose the next game. Awesome, so... Curry Murmurs. Lisa. Let me make sure that's on the... Indeed it is! Then so it shall be. And the 40th game of the Gaben Gauntlet shall be Lisa. Excellent, so that means next up is going to be Transistor, and then after Transistor will be Lisa.